Hello to all, welcome to the MJM Horror channel. The scary story that we have today is related to the Battle of Kong against Godzilla, in which terrible things happen and nothing can be predicted. So please stay with me until the end. The crimson sun dipped below the horizon, casting an ominous glow on the churning waves as Godzilla, a skeletal colossus composed of rusted iron and decaying flesh, lumbered the shore. His dorsal plates, once magnificent sails, were now jug shards scraping against the crumbling skyscrapers of Tokyo. His atomic breath, once a cleansing fire, sputtered forth as a sickly green goo, corroding everything in its path. Godzilla was no longer the protector but the harbinger of pestilence. The ancient symbiosis between him and the earth had been poisoned, replaced by a festering rot that seeped into the very air. Across the ravaged landscape, a guttural howl tore through the night. Kong, his once proud for matted and reeking of fetid swamp, emerged from the smoldering ruins of Hong Kong. His eyes, once pools of liquid ember, now glowed with an unnatural emerald fire, reflecting the putrescence that had consumed him. He had become a scavenger, feasting on the bloated carcasses of mutated leviathans, his strength fueled by the decay that shook the world. The primal bond between him and the jungle had twisted into a grotesque parody, his every step leaving a trail of festering blight. As the rise met across the ruined cityscape, a guttural growl rose from their shared throat, a chorus of tormented defiance against the world they had once defended. This was no clash of titans, but a dance of pestilence, a waltz of despair. Their battle was not a spectacle of awe-inspiring power, but a grotesque display of corrupted might. Godzilla's atomic breath spat forth clouds of putrid slime, melting steel and flesh alike. Kong's fist, dripping with fetid ichor, pulverized buildings into mounds of fetid bone and mortar. The cries of the few remaining humans were lost in the cacophony of destruction. Their cities, once monuments to their hubris, were reduced to festering graveyards, teeming with mutated rats and bloated carrion feeders. They watched in numb horror as the two titans, once symbols of their world's balance, tore each other apart in a frenzy of decay. Each blow, each clash was a testament to the other, horrifying corruption that had consumed them. In the end, there was no victor, no epic conclusion. Just two broken shells, locked in a final, decaying embrace, their putrid stench a monument to the terrible price of losing the natural order. As the last embers of the dying sun gathered out, their forms, fused in a grotesque tableau of pestilence, became a chilling reminder of what happens when protectors become the plague. The world, choked by the miasma of their battle, lay silent, a mausoleum for a civilization that dared to tamper with forces beyond its comprehension. Only the whispers of the wind, carrying the stench of decay, remained to tell the tale of the terrible dance of Godzilla and Kong, a symphony of horror played on the string of a broken world. And in the echoing silence, a new horror stirred. From the fetid swamps and irradiated wastelands, mutated creatures, spawned from the Titan's corrupted essence, began to crawl. The nightmare was not over, it had just begun. The future stretched before them, a desolate wasteland crawling with nightmares born from the corruption of two once noble Titans. The human, scattered and broken, clung to the hope of rebuilding, of somehow surviving in this new, monstrous world. But the echo of Godzilla and Kong's terrible dance would forever linger, a chilling reminder of the price of hubris and the fragility of balance. The story of Godzilla and Kong, now twisted into a tale of horror, would serve as a warning to future generations, a cautionary whisper in the ruins of a world ravaged by the dance of pestilence. Thank you for watching this story. If you enjoyed today's horror story, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and write your comments. And I leave you to the great God until Monday.